morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, and today I've got really big news, like really big news. In fact, some of the biggest news we've had for months and months. We have a brand new type of Pokemon card. Amazing rares have been revealed. They're coming out in Sword and Shield 3A Legends Heartbeat over in Japan. Now, as a side note, these will not be in Darkness Ablaze. These will be in our November set. Do not expect these cards in Darkness Ablaze. You will be disappointed. But we've had our first look at amazing rares, and let's start off in this video having a look at Rayquaza. Here's the thing though. There are no new mechanics associated with amazing rares. Nothing whatsoever. They're not limited to a certain type in your deck. They're single prize Pokemon, though we were told that before. They do have this cool kind of graffiti look to them. They are textured cards. Now, the lovely Antoine Boulet has provided our translation here, but has also provided a bunch of information about amazing rares generally. There is no new mechanic. There's a new symbol in terms of rarity, which is very cool. But here's what we do know about amazing rares. They are all going to be basic. They are all going to be legendary or mythical Pokemon. And they are all going to have attacks that require 3 different types of energy. So we can see that Rayquaza here attacks for a grass, a lightning, and a fighting, which is, awkward, shall we say. Pretty gosh darned awkward. Now that does lead to some weird questions. For instance, Ditto did get a Prism Star, and other than Ditto, we saw all legendary and all mythical Pokemon. So, does that mean? Maybe. We did of course see Solgaleo and Lunala Prism Star, and they are stage 2s. So, can they get amazing rares that are just basics? I don't think they can. I don't think you're going to be able to get Solgaleo and Lunala, because remember, they are stage 2 Pokemon. We could say the same thing about Melmetal, of course, who is a stage 1 Pokemon. And we could say the same thing about Urshifu, that new legendary Pokemon, which is coming around in the DLC for Sword and Shield, that is, of course, an evolved Pokemon. So presumably those Pokemon are actually going to be left out, and they're not going to be able to get amazing rares. Does that seem fair? Not terribly. I mean, I think we'll probably get over it, but very much worth pointing out here that there are a few legendary mythical Pokemon that are not basic Pokemon generally. Does that mean they're not going to be able to get amazing rares? Are Pokemon saying all the cards will be basic, or do they have to be basic Pokemon? I believe the latter, which is a little bit sad. Now, if we have a look at the booster pack for Legends Heartbeat here, we can see a bunch of legendary Pokemon on the artwork. We've got Zacian and Zamazenta, we've got Lugia, we've got Celebi, and we've got Genesect. No guarantees that these are going to end up being amazing rares. Maybe there'll be Pokemon V, but do remember we've already had Pokemon V for Zamazenta, and for Zacian, and for Victini. So I really don't think we'd get a second Pokemon V this early. I imagine that they will be coming as amazing rares in the set. No confirmation, could be wrong, but I feel pretty confident with that prediction. There is also a Zarude on there, but we do know that that is coming as a Pokemon V, so I'd be surprised to see an amazing rare coming in for that one. So yeah, that's what we know about amazing rares so far. We know they're 3 types of energy. We know that they are very rare, obviously, and we know that they are going to be legendary or mythical Pokemon, and they're all going to be basic, and they're textured, which is cool. But let's have a look specifically at Rayquaza here. Now, Rayquaza is a colourless Pokemon, which is slightly upsetting, because of course we still don't know what's going on with Dragon Pokemon. That is a question for another day, but do remember we've already seen a Sword and Shield Rayquaza promo, which did come around as a colourless Pokemon. We got a retreat cost of 2, which is nice because it means Air Balloon. 120 HP is lower than we'd like. We really want 130. We do like the resistance to fighting, especially since stuff like Eternatus is going to be countered in the next format. And the weakness to lightning is honestly a lot better since Electro Power rotated. Most of the good lightning Pokemon will just be KOing you anyway. What does it do? Well, it is for 1 grass, 1 lightning, and 1 fighting energy, and according to the lovely Antoine Boulet, you discard all basic energy attached to this Pokemon, and do 80 damage for each type of energy discarded in this way. So if you've got just a grass, a lightning, and a fighting on here, you discard all 3 of them, and you do 240 damage. Now, there are going to be certain things that we say about amazing rares moving forward that do not apply to Rayquaza. So generally I see the fighting and I go, look, if you're behind on prizes, you can just play Karate Belt, and then it's just a grass and a lightning. But of course you're then doing 80 less damage because you're not discarding another basic energy. Rayquaza needs the energy. Similarly, if you're trying to get a really awkward attack cost going, using Porygon Z with stuff like Aurora Energy and other kinds of energy that count for multiple different types seems like a sensible option, but you can't do that because Rayquaza, well, you mean you can, but the attack would literally do nothing. You need to discard all basic energy attached to this Pokemon, and you do 80 damage for each type of energy discarded in this way. So what you really need to do here is just try and find ways to accelerate energy. Sure, you can use stuff like Colossal, but that accelerates a fire and a fighting, and it's each type of energy discarded. So Colossal's a nice start, but what we really want to do here is try and just get a redonkulous amount of energy on there. And this is going to be difficult. One of the ones that springs to mind for me here is Zero Aura GX, because, and now this will rotate about the time it comes out, but again, it's just an example of the kind of attack we're looking for now. For a single energy, you attach 5 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way that you like. So you could potentially get 5 different basic energy, and you could attach them to the same Rayquaza, at which point you'd be doing 400 damage. Probably overkill. You will need 5 different types to get like Snorlax or Eternatus VMAX. Generally 4 to do 320 will suffice. But my point here is, how are you going to get that many different kinds of energy on there? And if you do get that many different kinds of energy on there, without attacking immediately, your opponent can just use boss's orders to bring you in the active and get a KO. I don't know how we're paying this. We've seen similar kind of Pokemon like this before. I mean, one of the ones that springs to mind for me was the old Ho-Oh EX that came around way back when in Dragons Exalted. That for 3 colorless energy did 20 damage, plus 20 more for each different type of basic energy attached to this Pokemon. But it also had the ability Rebirth. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your discard pile, you may flip a coin. If heads, you put it on the bench and attach 3 different types of basic energy from your discard pile to it. So you would use the Rebirth ability to get it back while attaching lots of different kinds of basic energy. You don't have an ability like that here. Now we do have Turbo Patch. And Turbo Patch is another one I'm going to be suggesting for all of these amazing rare Pokemon. It's that new item card that you flip a coin. If heads, you attach an energy basic from your discard pile to one of your basic non-GX Pokemon. So if you can hit like 3 of these in a turn, I mean even 2 to be honest with you, you're sorted. You're hitting 240. But you've only got a 50% chance of hitting them. Now you can use Will to fix one of them, but even so, that's a little bit awkward. And then you can be rolling, but it's just awkward. And that's kind of the problem here. Now, if you want to just get the lightning energy, good news, you've got Tapu Koko Prism Star. That will survive the rotation. And when you lost zone it, you attach 1 lightning energy to each of 2 bench Pokemon. So you can use that to get the lightning energy onto each of 2 amazing rare Rayquaza. And I love that. But then what? Where's the rest coming from? Okay, you can use Colossal for the fighting, and that will also do the fire. And then you can just attach the grass from hand. But who's playing that many different types of basic energy? I can see these amazing rares working in decks where you're really fudging the energy. But Rayquaza, with having to use basic energy, stops the fudging. You can't use Karate Belt, really. You can do 160 for 2 energy, but that's not, especially when you're not hitting for weakness, being a colourless Pokemon, it's not really good enough. And you're not being able to use all that special energy in Porygon Z, so yeah. That's kind of where I start coming down with this. Look, free energy, you're getting a one-hit KO on a Pikachu and Zekrom, or any Pokemon V. For energy, you're getting basically anything except for Snorlax and Eternatus and, a couple of really beefy VMAXs. The damage output here is phenomenal. But I don't know how you're paying the attack cost. Even in Expanded, the fact that it's basic energy means you can't use double dragon energy. And it's not even a dragon Pokemon anyway! Yeah, I had to get in one more reference to what's happening to dragon Pokemon. So I look at this Rayquaza and I go, look, I love the design, I love the card, and in the future, we could have something that makes this over-the-top broken, and I would love it. And this does seem like the kind of card where something might be released in the future which makes it over-the-top phenomenal. But as it stands at the moment, I just look at it and go, I don't know how I'm getting the energy on there. Except for using some kind of attack like Zero Aura, which my opponent is just going to go and KO the Rayquaza anyway, so it's really annoying. I'm giving it 3 Wassies because I can't bear to give it less than that. That seems maybe a little bit generous. But it's a card that I want you to keep an eye on because I think this is a kind of card that sooner or later something is going to be released which makes this card phenomenal. I could be wrong, but that's the fun of reckless speculation. And of course, there's a brand new type of Pokemon card for the first time since VMAXs. That is awesome. But now it's over to you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear from you on this video. Really, genuinely. Even if you don't comment on the rest of my videos, I really want you to comment on this one. Tell me what you think about amazing rares. Tell me which Pokemon you want to come as amazing rares. And tell me what you think about Rayquaza. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.